What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. We got the running back investing guide. We're going to be going through a handful of names that I've separated into tier lists of kind of most likely the top tier one. We got guaranteed to get a card in Madden 22, kind of the least likely kind of to get a card in Madden 22. But we had quarterbacks in our last video. I'll put the link to that in the description. But let's not waste any time. Let's hop into the video. So the first running back we're going to be talking about in this video in tier 1 of I think he is guaranteed to get a card in Madden 22, and that's going to be Bo Jackson. Of course, his Blitz or Redux card is his last card in the game, 94 overall, 94 speed. Unfortunately, he is in that level 25 of the Season 3 pack, so he does kind of have a capped upside being a Redux or a Blitz card. We normally love those cards, but he is kind of capped in that sense. But Bo Jackson, the only issue I have with Bo Jackson as an investment right now in the game is that I think he gets a 99 Ultimate Legend, or a 99 card in general. I don't think he's gone a non-99 Ultimate Legend, being like 98 or 97 card in past Madden. So Bo Jackson, although he's a great investment and I love him pretty much under 75k, you might have to wait till after Easter for his card to hit, which of course means you'd have to sell him up before Easter and buy him back Easter morning. But that's the only issue with Bo Jackson. He's going to get a card. He's going to be a great investment, probably going from like 75k to 150, 120. However, he probably ends up getting a 99 Ultimate Legend, so it's probably a little bit later down the line for his upgrade. Next up in kind of this big three or this tier 1 of running backs, it's Walter Payton. Sweetness, receiving back, 95 overall, 94 speed. Fortunately, his weight is a little bit low, but Walter Payton, one of the most popular running backs of all time, guaranteed to get an upgrade. It's not an if, it's just a win for Walter Payton. And like Bo Jackson, I think he probably gets more of a 99 Ultimate Legend, so it's probably not going to be coming until after Easter, which means, yes, you can invest in him right now. The good thing about Walter Payton is his price is very cheap for a 95 overall. You can pick him up almost at trading discard at 75k and 95 going for like 65k. Anything under 75k is good for Walter Payton, and if he does hit, it will be a great investment, although you might be waiting until after Easter, which means I don't think, right, you could probably have to buy him Easter morning. Walter Payton most likely getting a 99 Ultimate Legend, but that's probably going to be weeks down the line. And it's going to be more of the same for the last running back in our tier 1s, it being Barry Sanders, kind of the big three for running backs in my eyes. Bo Nose card, which is probably the best kind of investment in terms of Blitz or a Legend, of course, Blitz being that level 25 pack. So Bo Nose Barry probably has the greatest upside in terms of pricing. Unfortunately, the price to buy him at is probably the most expensive. 94 overall, he goes for really around like 100 to 95k. My target price is under 85k, but I just don't see him for that often for that price. So it's like, I don't have a lot of Barry Sanders in my... I actually don't think I have any Barry Sanders because I haven't gotten the chance to buy one for under 85k. But Barry Sanders, kind of the same thing. I think he ends up getting a 99 card, so it's probably going to be coming after Easter. So yes, you can invest in before Easter, but most likely we're going to be getting a Bo Nose Easter egg, which means the big time to invest in Barry Sanders, even Walter Payton and Bo Jackson, is probably going to be Easter morning, but I think it's worth the risk. Well, it's not really a risk if you buy at the lowest price, but I do think it's worth it to have a Barry or two kind of in your binder just in case he does get a card before Easter morning. But that's going to wrap it up, though, for tier 1 of our running backs. The big three, Bo, Walter, Barry, they're guaranteed to get cards in Madden 22. It's just like when, right? We do have a deadline when it comes to investing, that being Easter morning. We're going to have to go fully liquid in our binder going into Easter morning. Of course, we're going to be buying because the market is going to crash that day. But Bo Jackson, Walter Payton, Barry Sanders most likely get 99 cards, and that probably might not be till May or June or July even. Starting off our tier 2 kind of running back list, and this might be the most underrated player card investment in the game, and it's Roger Craig. When his card first came out, of course, Raiders, Niners, Vikings theme team, 3 of the most popular theme teams in the game, 93 speed, receiving back, great weight at 222. All right, not great, but great for a non-beefier running back, Roger Craig, and you can pick him up really for under 65k. That's my target price for Roger Craig. When he does get an upgrade, and he probably has the possibility of getting a 98 Ultimate Legend. I could see him getting an Ultimate Legend really in the next kind of 3 weeks leading up to Easter morning. Roger Craig, I think it's a very kind of low risk but super high ceiling. I don't think people realize how good his card is going to be when he does get that upgrade. And I do think there is probably a 90% chance Roger Craig does get another card in Madden 22. But again, 65k for Roger Craig, probably the most underrated investment in this video. Next up, we have one of 2 players known as LT, Ladainian Tomlinson. He did get his Black History Month 93 overall in early February, but I wouldn't really consider that kind of more as an upgrade. That's just kind of like solo challenge rewards. But Ladainian Tomlinson, his only other card is the Legend, right? The first Legend drop of the game, 89 overall. His price point is a tad expensive for an 89 at 20k, right? I would say probably target him under 17, under 16k, but Ladainian Tomlinson, one of the most popular, one of my favorite players in NFL history. LT, when he does, because he is going to get an upgrade, right? He got an Ultimate Legend last year. When he does get an upgrade, you can expect his legend card to probably at minimum double in price, going from like 18 to 36, 20 to 40. But LT, gonna get an upgrade. We just don't really know when. Probably gonna be most likely after Easter. And for the final card we have in our tier 2 of legends, and I do think he does get a card this year, right? It's Marshawn Lynch. He's a very big name for Madden. I'm pretty sure they probably spent the bag, right, to get his likes. I don't think they wasted and only dropped 2 Marshawn Lynches the entire year. I think Marshawn Beast Mode does get a card. The only problem, right, 5'11", 215 for a trucking back. His weight isn't the best. He's not the fastest. His cards just aren't that good this year. Marshawn Lynch, Bills, Seahawks, theme team. The other thing, he's more of a set card. You could always do a Super Bowl pass, kind of hero set Marshawn Lynch to get his power up and his card. I'd say price point to 95 overall. I picked him up for 70K. I think 75K or under is a decent price for Marshawn Lynch. I do think it's upgrade. Again, it's just like there are so many running backs to get upgrades. It's just a win, right? It's just a win. I don't really know when Marshawn Lynch does get a card. That's going to be all, though, for tier 2 of the running backs. Let's move on to tier 3. The first card in our tier 3 of running backs is going to be Adrian Peterson, and he kind of falls into the category of, does he get an ultimate legend? Is he even considered a legend? Because he has a gold free agent card, so he's still technically a current player, although he's gotten like Ghost Madden Pass being, of course, kind of a legend card. Adrian Peterson, when he did come out, his card was amazing. Ghost of Madden Past, Ghost of Madden Present, and Future aren't the greatest investments because they technically are set cards, but they do have kind of the upside. We saw DeMarcus Ware when he got an LTD, his ghost card went booming on the market. But Adrian Peterson, it's just kind of, I probably see him getting more of a draft card, not an ultimate legend, but draft, of course, being after Easter, so maybe you don't want to invest in him till after Easter, I'd say. But Adrian Peterson, probably getting an upgrade. It's just, again, when is he going to get that upgrade? Curtis Martin is next up, and he is kind of the player that perfectly describes there are better names and better legends that are going to get cards before Curtis Martin, of course, being Walter, LT, Barry, Bo. I mean, there are a ton of legends in line to get upgrades, and I just don't know if Curtis Martin gets a card over them. He'd make more sense for a 98 Ultimate Legend, right? A 98 overall Easter card. It's just Curtis Martin, does he get a card over the likes of Barry, over Walter Payton? Because we can't be dropping running backs every single week. Price-wise, though, for Curtis Martin, he has a great price, though. And he has a Team Diamond, which means that card will go crazy when he gets an upgrade. 70K and under is my price point for Curtis Martin. Finally, we have some current day players. Saquon Barkley being the first, and I think the most deserving of an upgrade, most due for a current player upgrade. Probably either him, Zeke, or the next player we're going to talk about. But Saquon Barkley, problem is he has that superstar, and we know that the 89 superstars really to not move when they get upgrades. You even saw with Marlon Humphrey when he had that zero chill cornerback card. His superstar went up like 10,000 coins. So Saquon Barkley, we're not going to be buying the 89, but rather the 84 overall core elite. You could scoop up for 2,000 coins. And I will say, a little bit of a tease, I do think the Madden Machines is going to be a running back for part 2. It just makes a lot of sense, giving about a boost to kind of fullbacks, offensive linemen. And I can see Saquon Barkley actually getting that Madden Machines champion. For the final tier 3 running back, we have Najee Harris, and he has probably the most opportunities to get upgrades. I think he could get a rising star this week. He could possibly get a Madden Machines champion or just a Madden Machines hero. He also, if we ever have an all rookie promo, I can guarantee you Najee Harris is going to be a main part of that. Of course, probably the best rookie running back, maybe opposed to Javonte Williams, maybe Elijah Mitchell. But Najee Harris, the only downside, him being a Ghost Madden Future, can't go up too much in price. Under 30K is solid for Najee, but don't expect him to get more than like 50, 60K if he does get an upgrade. That's going to wrap up tier 4, or actually not tier 4, tier 3 of our running backs. We're moving on to tier 4, and there's going to be a couple names. We're not going to spend too much time on these tier 4 running backs. We're kind of going to go rapid fire through their names. So let's hop into kind of the tier 4s, and there's always kind of a little issue with each one of these cards. Josh Jacobs, I think if he does get an upgrade, his card just won't be that good, giving us 90 most feared that much demand, right? We saw with Derek Carr, most feared can't go up too much. When he got a flashback, went from like 25 to 45K. Josh Jacobs, probably not going to be as good or as in demand as a Derek Carr card. So Josh Jacobs, I just don't really like as a price point, kind of upside, and I just don't think his card would be that good. Aaron Jones, he has that redux, so it's a great kind of low risk, super high ceiling investment. But Aaron Jones, it's just where does he get a card? There's just a lot more names, more deserving an upgrade rather than Aaron Jones. Next up, we've got Legarrette Blount, and I mean, you want to talk about if he does get a card, being maybe the best running back in the game. The issue, probably not in the criteria to get an Ultimate Legend. Went undrafted, I'm pretty sure, out of Oregon, so I don't know if he can get a draft card. It's just where does he get an upgrade? I think he probably gets one. I just don't know where. I have no clue where he gets an upgrade. There's just a lot more names that I think are more deserving in kind of the spectrum of running backs to get an upgrade rather than Legarrette Blount. And then lastly, we have Willis McGahee. same type of deal. He had a draft card last year, so that's maybe a possible kind of point where he does get a card. It's just Willis McGahee probably doesn't get an Ultimate Legend. It's like you're basically solely relying on him getting a draft card, so not the greatest investment, although he is around the 30,000 coin mark for a 93 overall is amazing for training. It's basically training discards, so if you have the coins, hey, buy a few, throw them in your binder. If he does get an upgrade, don't expect it to go up, right? Triple in price, quadruple in price, but he's a team of the week, which is a decent investment. So probably doubles if he gets an upgrade. It's just like, there's just too many running backs kind of in line to get an upgrade rather than Willis McGahee. And that is going to wrap it up for the running back investment guide. Again, if you haven't watched the quarterback guide, I'll put the link to that in the description. But running backs, there's just so many names, right? There's only so many possible running back upgrades we can get through the entire year unless we just get a running back every single week. In Ultimate Legends, there's just so many names. That's why this video is a little bit longer. We did leave out a couple of names, of course, being like Amon Green, Sean Alexander, but he has a team captain. Amon Green has a 94, and I don't really know if he gets in or we'd like to have Walter Payne, Barry Sanders, Bo Jackson. But that's going to wrap it up for this video. Comment if you have any questions or some cards or some running backs I missed. Like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new. And until next time, peace.